Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Moletrap, and I'm here with Diggity, and we are doing Game 5. Game 5 of Leta versus Luxury, and we did not even expect it to get to this game. The last game, we swore that Leta had taken that game, and it was going to be over with, and then, and then Luxury came out with some craziness, and ended up owning the crap out of Leta. Literally, he had to go change his pants in between games 4 and 5 because he was so. No, not really. But anyway, this is game 5, and
Five
this is
pool.
going to be very. I'm sorry, what was that?
Five pool. Go five pool.
No,
No, I'm
don't
just
go
kidding. Go
5
ahead.
pool again. That would be. He would never hear the end of it if he went 5 pool because people would be like, oh, you can't win a real game. Well, people do that anyways. But yeah, a win is a win. Anyway, but yeah, this is hardcore, and this is a lot on the line for both of these players. Lita just got eliminated from the OSL, so this is kind of his last chance to make something. And he's been one of those players. Both of these players, rather, have been kind of the ones that they've been doing well in the pro league, and they're generally known as good players, but they haven't been able to accomplish anything significant. Especially Lita, who this is his first time getting decently far in any star leagues at all. Same sort of thing. He really has a
Outside of the
lot to
OSL.
prove here. What's that?
OSL semifinal.
Lita?
Do you mean Lita
No.
getting far?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah.
Lita.
Okay, I thought you said luxury.
Yeah, yeah. No, Lita. Yeah,
I
luxury
thought
got
you
to the
said
semifinal
whatever.
before.
Sorry. Go
That's
ahead.
what.
Orange in the upper
No,
right
that's
hand
what.
corner. Lita, bottom right hand corner. Teal. By the way.
Yeah. That's what I meant was because luxury had gotten far in a star league before, it wasn't quite as much pressure on him to show that what he's capable of. But Lita has a lot to prove here, having just been limited from the OSL, and this is the only star league both these guys are in. So this is the end of the line for whoever loses in this season. So. Like I said, a lot going on the line. Looks like 12 hat trick coming from Luxury this time, which is a little bit of a deviation from his standard quick Zerglings with speed that he's been doing. And except the one time he didn't get Zerglings with speed, he got quick Zerglings without speed because he 5-pooled. And Lita going for pretty standard stuff here. He's probably going to start putting some Marines on his ramp and then go from there.
Yeah. I'm really, really, really astonished with that last game. Usually, if you pin any player in, you've got to expect at a certain stage they're going to go for a massive all-in counterattack. And Lita, for whatever reason, I guess he was distracted, a little bit too concerned with maintaining a contain and not getting his macro up, not getting the additional barracks down, not getting the additional troops to the line, and then getting kind of pushed out of position. I think what might have happened there is that Science Vessel just got caught out of position. He just was a little bit worried about it getting picked off because those Mutalisks in between. And then he brought that additional grouping of troops that was supposed to escort it through the no man's land, and then it was just all downhill from there. That was great on Luxury to really capitalize on that, but I still feel like that was somewhat of a choke on Lita's part. Lita just producing a couple Marines, 4 Marines, and going to go for that expansion. Get that bunker down to be safe as well, perhaps, depending on when he gets that scout out. The nice thing on this map, though, very, very difficult to contain a Zerg. However, very, very difficult for a Zerg to take a third base. I expect Luxury to do pretty much what's standard. And Luxury going for 2-hatch tech here. Very unorthodox, I would say, against a non-mech build. I guess he hasn't scouted up this stage, so he doesn't know what lead is up to. So he's just hoping, he was just assuming he was going up against tech, or just wondering if he was going up against tech, and he's just going to work with it otherwise. But lead is scouting that. He's going to be very well prepared. Especially with that big economic edge he's going to be taking with that command center. We'll see how it works out. Although I think what Luxury might be thinking, he could go for lurkers and then just get lurkers up on a ridge so he can take that third expansion, get that third gas, and work into the game otherwise, because that has been the failing for Zerg on this map, not being able. You generally don't get sealed in, but then you can't really get your additional base. So because with the ramps, everything, medic marines out in the field, and they're just so far separated. Seems like that's been the popular thing to do on maps. It's like make the middle of the map unbuildable, 1, so Terrans suck, and then 2, make it so Zerg can't get a third expansion. And it's like, I don't know. I just, no love for the Zerg players, I guess. Or the Terran who want to build.
Well, I don't. The Zerg's. I don't think it's that bad for Zerg, actually, to be completely honest. He's going for 2-hatch lurkers, it looks like, because he's got that Hydros den now. But some of the expansions have their own little ramps, actually, so it's really easy to plant a couple lurkers on those ramps and take that third expansion that way. And Aspire as well. So maybe, I wonder if he was showing lurker and then going to Spire. I have no idea what's going on here, though. because usually with a 2 hatchery build, you don't have the spare economy to like do dual tech. But he could be going for dual tech. I have no idea which one he's going to go for though. It could go either way. Um, at this rate, the den is up earlier, and so he's going to be able to research lurkers while the Spire is getting up, and he may just go with a little bit of both, or he may, depending on what Leta sees. And here he comes in. The SCV spots. I think the SCV spots the Hydralisk den, but not the Spire. And maybe that's what he was counting on. This could be a stroke of absolute game genius. By Luxury at this point, showing one thing and then actually getting the other tech as well. Comsat station's going up now, so he may scout this at some point. He is getting the engineering bay up, actually, and he doesn't seem to be getting any bunkers up. So that's the thing about 2-hatch lair tech is, even though if you scout it, you can try and prepare for it, it's still a rush, and it's still going to be difficult to deal with. He's saving up Larva. He is going for Mutalisks. He's going for 2-hatch Muta, and I'm not sure what Leta's expecting. He's got the bunker going down, which is usually what you want to do in response to lurkers. So he may be completely caught off guard by these Mutalisks. He may be expecting lurkers.
Yeah, initially I thought he was just building against mech. He was like, oh, I don't know what was happening and going against mech, but he could be playing this huge meta game against Leta, which is, I do believe what's happening, is he's going, okay, let me throw 6 Mutalisks on that front door, and yeah, he is totally building against lurkers.
Totally doing
he's not
lurkers.
building. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Oh, these Mutalisks are going to have a field day. This is like a Mutalisk picnic right here. Now finally spotted out. 2 Marines in the back edge, but this is where Leta goes, oh crap.
Oh my God.
And he's even stimming a Firebat to run back there. The Firebat's like, oh god, run to the front. Look at what's happening. That was absolutely disastrous for Leta. That's brilliant metagame. I think Luxury was basically trying to pose that he was doing what I was suggesting, which is get a quick lurker up on the high end and just put some pressure on the front door. Otherwise, that's what Leta was counting on after seeing that den. But now he is getting absolutely worked. Brilliant play from Luxury.
Wow, he's picking off a lot of SCVs here. The Medic Marines are having to run around, and it's hard for them to run around. He did not have any turrets up. Usually when their Mutalisks come in, you need turrets up to do some damage and stall for the Medic Marines to come and support the turrets, but he had no turrets up at all when those Mutalisks got into his base. You could almost see, like you said, the Firebat panicking. It was like, ah, the fire, oh my god. And so now these Mutalisks, he's got a nice group of Mutalisks now, and there's still not many turrets up. It's still going to be up to whether or not he can micro well with these Mutalisks, but at the same time, he has taken the third base, and he's actually reinforcing with more Mutalisks, and pulling the damaged ones out of that group, and doing a lot of damage here. Jesus, just rampaging these SCVs, stopping mining almost completely at his main base, using the engineering bay to block the Marines so they can't even group up, but there's not even many Marines left. He just goes in and starts taking out the last few Marines. Oh my god, Leta is trying to get more barracks up, trying to get more turrets up, but he's got no Marines left. There's nothing he can do at this point.
Wow, yeah, his base is completely, entirely breached, and his main is going to be undefended for quite some time. He's only got about 5 SCVs left. He's trying to gather them to that southern sector to be somewhat defended by that turret, but it looks like now he's got 4 Marines that aren't going to last very long at all against this Mutalisk force, especially with the others in reserve. Going to be able to take down that engineering base so upgrades don't go up. I think the academy's up in that section as well. You could take that out next. But this is really disastrous, absolutely disastrous for Leta. And I think Luxury is just going to go in all in Muta. He's going to keep this grouping up, and he's going to bring in a support grouping in not too long from now and just end it. Just absolutely wreck Leta. And Leta is just, his economy has been so battered. I think there's more Mutas than SCVs at this stage. I do believe that is in fact the case. So more Mutalisks than SCVs, not a good sign.
No, that's not a good situation to be in at all. Wow. So Leta looks like he's going to get eliminated from 2 Star Leagues in 2 days. Wow. So, taking after Flash a little bit, Flash did the same thing, and now the same thing is going to happen to Leta. So it's two of the top contender Terrans going to get eliminated in short order here. And here he comes in. Here's the second group of Mutalisks coming in. His first group, I think, is on the natural expansion right now, as the second group are rampaging around in the main. That could be both groups actually in the main base there. There's nothing the Marines can do. Desperately trying to get a bunker up. The bunker goes up to go down. It's just going to burn down. There's not even any Marines to go in the bunker right now. SCV is getting slaughtered. All that's needed is a queen to take that command center, and for this to be a complete victory. But Leta GG's before it happens. He's got to be really frustrated there after that. But that was freaking brilliant. Showing the den, and then Leta saved his comsats for the lurkers, so he didn't even comsat to see the spire. He showed him the den while he was actually saving up larva for mutalisks, and just completely out metagamed him, like you said there, and there's the fans giving him a round of applause, well deserved. Gotta feel bad for Leta. I mean, that's gotta hurt really bad. Like I said, he just got eliminated yesterday from the OSL, and now he's got eliminated today from the MSL, so he's gotta be really feeling bad. But you gotta hand it to Luxury. That was a stroke of genius.
Tricky. Yeah, that was awesome, and really showed the 2-hatchery. I almost feel like he showed the 2-hatchery intentionally, just to set up for that entire turn of events. The only thing that might have given Leta the kind of the nod is the fact that there weren't any Hydralisks out in the field at all. Like, he didn't see a single Hydralisk. I mean, maybe he could have keyed off that. But that's not something you expect typically out of a Zerg player, and usually when you don't see Hydralisks, you're like, oh crap, they're en route to my base, and they're about to morph out there somewhere out in the field now into lurkers for a quick lurker break. And keep in mind, this is something that happened recently. Luxury did lurker break Huashin in the last set, and Luxury also, I think, playing into that a little bit. But wow, that was incredible. Absolutely well-deserved by Luxury. It's good to see him advance. Let's see if this is going to be a good emotional upswing for him to continue. He has got a tough, like, I gotta say, it's tough for everybody in general. This bracket, just this round of 8, is stacked. Absolutely stacked. I know it's usually stacked, but it is especially stacked because you've got Nada and Jangbi, 4GG, and Stork otherwise. I won't spoil Savior versus Zero because I haven't seen it yet. Klazer did that, by the way. Check it out. But no matter who he's playing against, I think he's going through the Savior Zero grouping. That's going to be a tough Zerg versus Zerg either way. And then on the opposite edge, any of those 4 players are just, they're top caliber as it is. I'm hoping Nada makes it through, or Jangbi. Stork's got his championship, so he might be on a roll as well. I think 4GG might be the one where that won't end up out there. I think those sets have actually been played as well, so I'm so far behind. Sad. No, they haven't been played, actually. They're coming up on the 5th, I think. The 5th is, I think, yeah, Nada, Jangbi, and then shortly after that is, I'm trying to remember what day is Stork, 4GG. But anyway, yeah, just really good round thus far, and I think all these players just really good. There, if we could read Korean, we'd be able to read it right there on the screen.
Yeah, and sorry about that. Oh yeah, there's the Korean. I don't know if I'm gonna have to spoil the result of Savior versus Zero if you want me to tell the people.
I will take off my headphones here. Go ahead.
Okay, take them off for about 10 seconds. Okay, Luxury is actually going to be playing against Zero in the semifinals, so that's who he's going to be playing against. Okay, so I'm not going to say anything else because then Diggity can put his headphones back on and be able to listen some more. But yeah, he's going to have his work cut out for him there. Very good Zerg versus Zerg player on the other side of the bracket, but Luxury also one of the top Zerg versus Zerg players in the game, so you know that's going to be an exciting match there, and you got to feel bad for Leta though. Just getting eliminated so much, but he's going to be in the semifinals again, and that's going to be pretty spectacular. You back, Diggity? Okay, maybe he's just gone.
And I think it's safe to come back because I saw you stop talking, and now it's.
Oh yeah. No, I only spoiled for about 10 seconds there. But, yeah, so things looking good for Luxury. He's going to get into the semifinals. He's going to have his favorite matchup, ZVZ, and. Good chance of heading to the finals there. But that's GG. I hope you guys enjoyed that set. It was fun to cast. Thanks for listening. Take care.